Paul told Timothy, all you got to do is just fight the good fight of faith. Even though they don't like you, keep on fighting. Will you shake your other neighbor's hand and say, name? Say, I don't know about you, but I'm going to keep on fighting till I recover everything. Everything that the enemy has stole from me. And I know what the enemy has told you. He said, it's too far gone now. And there is no hope in the end. But I come to tell the church on today, the same God that did it yesterday is the same God that can do it today. Why don't you lean on your neighbor and tell your neighbor, I'm getting ready to fight for everything. I'm getting my mind back. I'm fighting for my peace. I'm fighting for my joy. Because the enemy thought it was over. But I heard Paul say, if God be for me, who then can be against me? I don't care who turned their back on you, as long as I have God on my side. Do something for me, y'all. I've got to close, but is there one thing that you can remember that the enemy stole from you that is worth fighting for, that you can get so mad and look at your own self and get mad with your own self and say, why did I let the enemy steal this from me? I know who it was. I let somebody steal my integrity. I let somebody steal my love. I let somebody into my mind. Why did I let somebody do this to me? I heard Kelly Price. She made a song and it's called I Apologize. And she was not apologizing to nobody else but her own self. Every now and then you got to apologize to your own self for letting folk hurt you like they hurt you. You got to apologize to your own self for letting some folk get your heart. You got to apologize to your own self. You the one let them in late at night. You got to apologize to your own self and get yourself together and say, from this point on, I'm gonna fight for it. I don't know what your children doing, but I'm gonna fight for my children. Shake your neighbor's hand. Tell your neighbor, say, the neighbor, the fight is on. I got to fight for it. I allowed the enemy to come in my house and tear up my home. I allowed the devil to cause me to be like I am. I apologize. Now I got to get myself together and get back in the ring and fight for it. Slap 3 people and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, it's time to fight. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. I'm tired now. For the first round, the devil had me against the ropes. For the second round, the devil had me against the ropes. 4th and 5th round, the enemy had me against the ropes. Every now and then, I almost gave up. Every now and then, I almost told the ringmaster to throw in the towel. But just then, before I threw in the towel, the Lord, excuse me, but the Lord sent me some help. And he told me, remember, Boston, what I sent you? I sent you my spirit. I sent you my love. I sent you my grace, and it's only by the grace of God I'm still here. Tell your neighbor, you look like you've been in a fight, but it looks like you won. Tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, it looks like you've been in a fight, but you won. And if you look like that, can you imagine what the other fella look like? Can I preach like I feel it? Tell your neighbor, the fight almost took you out. The fight, but somehow the Lord gave me strength, y'all. When I was out, I cannot lie, Minister Young. There was a couple of times I stumbled and fell. I cannot lie, y'all. There was a couple of times I fell on the rings, but when I got back, he kept on giving me a little more strength and a little more power. Grab your neighbor. Tell your neighbor you got one more round to go through. Don't look at me, but look at your neighbor. Tell your neighbor you have one more round to go through. Yeah, I thought about and I got the clothes. Come here, Brother Kevin. Come here, son. Come here, Brother Kevin. Come here, yes sir. Come here. Yeah. Good God from glory. I thought about this young man when I was preaching and getting the sermon together. This young man went through the fight of his life. Just the other day, on my way, getting in my truck, the brother came and said, Bishop, I don't know if you heard or not, but he said, Bishop, my wife was on life support just a few days, and after a while, by and by, my wife died. I looked at my brother and shook my head. I said, how can you still hold on? But when you are a fighter, you might lose some stuff, but you are still, yeah, hold on a little while longer. I know he could have been doing anything. He could have drunk himself. He could have committed suicide, but he kept on fighting. He understands that the God we serve, he will. I wonder, do I have a witnesses in here? You got to fight for it. You almost lost your mind, but tell your neighbor, fight for your mind, fight for your heart, fight for your peace, fight for your joy. Ow. Oh Lord, I got the clothes. I got the clothes, but that ain't all, y'all. When the devil thought he had you, I got the clothes of the Lewis, but when the devil thought it was all over, he don't understand the stuff that you've been through, that you could have, and you should have, but when you fought a good fight of faith, you don't even look like what you've been through. When you fight a good fight of faith, you don't even look like what you've been through. I got the clothes right there, but you tap somebody on the shoulder and say, neighbor, you don't even look like what you've been through. Do I have a witness in here? You lost some stuff, but you can't tell how you look now. You've gone through some stuff. You can't even tell how you look now. But tell somebody, you don't even look like. Tell somebody, you don't even look like. How could you go through all of that in that struggle and in that fight? How could you go through all of that and you don't even look like it? People see your glory,